Have you ever wondered if a broken heart can ever truly heal? What if I told you that a 70-year wait could lead to the most profound discovery about love? This is not a sad story. This is a story about a different kind of happy ending, one that might change the way you see your own life. For 70 years, I waited for a love that never returned. I remember the day he left as if time had frozen in that very instant. I was 20, my heart full of dreams, and I believed the entire world could fit within our embrace. But life has a strange way of teaching patience and resilience, often through pain. The years passed slowly. Each birthday was a silent reminder of what could have been, of promises whispered to the wind that never came through. There were days when the sadness weighed heavily on my shoulders, nights when the room felt larger than the world itself, and the silence was louder than any music. But here's the turning point very few people talk about. But gradually, I learned to turn that waiting into a companion. She taught me to value every simple moment. The smell of rain, the laughter of a grandchild, the warmth of the sun on my wrinkled skin. I found joy in small things, in the people who crossed my path, in the smiles I could draw from those around me. I discovered that love isn't just about finding someone who stays. It's about learning to love even when all seems lost. It's about caring, forgiving, and keeping the flame of hope alive even on the grayest days. There were moments I thought time had stolen all my happiness, but life has a curious way of returning what seemed lost. Not necessarily how we expected, but in unexpected forms, through sincere friendships, through shared stories, through memories that warm the soul. And it was in those moments I realized my wait was not in vain. Every tear, every absence, every challenge shaped me, made me stronger, more patient, and more grateful. Today, looking back, I feel a deep peace. Not for what I achieved, but for what I learned. That true love isn't just in the physical presence of someone, but in the capacity to feel, to give of oneself, and to find beauty even in absence. And if there's one legacy I can leave, it's that we should never lose faith in what the heart teaches us. Because even after 70 years waiting for a love that never came back, I can say with serenity, my life has been full, my feelings were real, and my heart remains open. And perhaps that is the greatest lesson of all. The true wait is not for someone, but for the maturing of our own soul, which teaches us to find beauty, love, and purpose, even on the most unexpected paths. In the end, I learned that waiting does not mean losing, but maturing. That longing can be light, that pain can be a lesson, and that love, in all its forms, always finds a way to arrive, even if it's not how we imagined. And that, perhaps, is the greatest blessing of all. If I could speak to my younger self, I would simply say, life is long, and true love is not in a hurry. Feel intensely, wait patiently, and don't be afraid to move forward. What about you? Have you ever waited for something or someone? What did it teach you? Share your story in the comments below. Let's learn from each other. And if this story touched your heart, please share it with someone who needs to hear this message today. Subscribe for more stories that remind us of the beauty in being human.